Both Courtney and I's phones are dead. It's what time? Can you show? Okay, 12:25. When it hits 1, you guys just come get us. After you. Okay. As you can see, this is really creepy. Hello? If you're down here, we're just coming to talk and hang out a little bit. Really bad vibe. Let's come over here. Oh my God, this is terrifying. Okay guys, so we're down here underneath the museum in the tunnels, in the side tunnel. Very creepy in here. Yeah. I'm gonna run this EVP session. Is there anybody down here in the tunnels with us? Wait. Hello? What the f was that? No way is this door shut. Oh my God, I'm gonna have a panic attack. Hello? Well, this door is... Just wait.
Call that.
Do you have a phone?
No, mine's dead.
Mine's dead too. Jesus!
All haunted places have a story to tell. It can be tragic, it can be scary, and it can be very dangerous. This is Colin Browen, and these are the Paranormal Files.
Tonight on the Paranormal Files, we're at a very special location here in Missouri. This is a museum dedicated to the history of psychiatry. But it's not just a... Did you hear that? Hold on, there's like a... Hello? Okay. But this isn't just your average museum. This museum was actually an old asylum. It's an out-of-commission mental hospital building from the State Lunatic Asylum that was built right here on these grounds. 3,000 deaths here, probably many more that were undocumented. Tonight we've been given access to the Glore Psychiatric Museum. We're here to explore the building, to investigate its haunts, including areas of the building like the morgues, the tunnels beneath the asylum buildings, and this entire surgical lobotomy unit itself. So if you're watching right now, be warned, this episode goes into some very graphic and gruesome detail relating to psychiatry and a lot of outdated old practices. And this building is extremely active. Even in our interviews that we just conducted, you will not believe some of the stuff you're about to see. Anyways though, welcome to the Paranormal Files. Okay everybody, so I've got this bizarre, Courtney called it a wedding hairstyle. It's hot out, Mary tied my hair up, trying to protect me.
Show them the twist on this part. Ooh, pretty.
Do I look like a beautiful bride?
You do. Yeah.
Here's Courtney, she just sustained a brutal mosquito bite on her forehead.
Right on the noggin.
Here's Mary.
Hi.
We're here outside of the Glore Museum. We're about to go in, none of us have been inside yet. I will say though, it is bizarre that there is a jail, an active jail prison right behind it. Don't you guys think?
Yeah, really weird.
I've never.
Some prisoners walking the track right
Yeah,
there.
you can see inmates right now walking around outside. There's a lot of mosquitoes. But it is strange. I've never seen an abandoned asylum building inside of a jail.
No,
Have you?
No.
It's right there. This building.
That's
literally.
where we're going?
No,
No.
that's in the jail. The
I
prison.
get what you mean. I was like, what?
Yeah.
I get to
I
go
was
in
like,
there?
that's dope.
Interesting though.
Yeah, that would.
So
that's weird though.
we just flew the drone, got some exterior shots. We're gonna go inside now. I'm covered in sweat. You guys ready?
I'm ready.
Yeah.
Let's go on in. Oh my God, I'm dripping in sweat actually.
Oh.
I'm gonna tell you guys, just getting the B-roll around here, I'm all alone in this side of the complex. There is a vibe here. There's definitely energy. It's almost like the spirits in this building are calling out to me in these windows. You can see there are tons of windows. Nobody's been in this building for a number of years. It's completely overgrown and abandoned. I have a really good feeling about tonight. As you guys know, asylums, psychiatric facilities, they always have a very strong energy, sometimes, oftentimes, a very negative energy, a very manic, sad, oppressive, angry energy. So I don't know what we're getting into tonight, but I'm excited. It's time to go in. Let's do this, guys. Go for it.
Hi, my name is Sarah Parks. We are at the Glore Psychiatric Museum, part of the St. Joseph Museum, up on 3rd floor.
And what was the 3rd floor?
So the 3rd floor is our old surgery ward. So right now, currently for the museum, it houses all of our patient artwork and a few smaller things like nursing rules and a mock-up of what a patient room would have looked like. Since we are in the medical surgical building, a lot of people want to see, you know, what patients would have looked and lived and had all of their experiences. Unfortunately, we don't have access to those buildings, but we have a mock-up of what they could have been.
And just as a broad overview of I'm not going to ask many questions, I'm just going to have
Totally
you talk, but what is the museum? Because I don't think people are going to come into this knowing why it's,
Probably not.
you know.
Yeah, so the St. Joseph Museum started out as a kids museum actually in 1927, and has over time in St. Joe acquired a bunch of different collections over the years. 2014, the Glore Psychiatric Museum became a part of that. But the Glore Psychiatric Museum was actually made about 1968 by George Glore. He was a occupational therapist and had been tasked with having his therapy individuals make and create original mental health practices from about the 17th to 18th century as part of an open house to try to destigmatize mental health in the community and kind of show people what the state hospital was doing. Kind of grew from there because people loved them. They're actually still downstairs on display. So we've kind of grown the exhibits ever since then, really. And it's really one of the only few psychiatric museums in the country.
And what was this building before it was a museum?
So this building that we're in right now is the medical surgical building. So patients would have been admitted here, given, you know, a physical check over psychology wise, and then assigned to different staff or different wards from there. Also, if you needed anything medically done while you were here, like, you know, tonsils removed, anything really like electroshock therapy was also done here. Our lobotomies were also done here. It was pretty self-functioning because the state hospital was about 3 miles outside of St. Joe at the time. You can't tell that now because we're about in the heart of it currently, but it was pretty self-sufficient because it had to be.
And I mean to say, this was an actual asylum, a
Yes.
state hospital.
Yes. So the campus that this building sits on was part of a larger facility, usually like 13 to 15 different buildings. Most of them are now currently part of the Missouri State Correction Facility. So there's razor wire around all of their buildings right now. That wouldn't have been here until about 1993. So this was Originally founded with one building in 1874 as the State Lunatic Asylum number 2. Useful terms in 1800s. Hollywood has done a lot to make those negative terms, so they changed their names a lot. So over the years it was like St. Joseph State Hospital number 2, or just the St. Joseph State Hospital. But yes, up until actually 1993, this was part of that facility for mental health. They moved across the street in 1993 and are still operating. It's one of 5 that we had in Missouri.
So, just random question: the prisoners, the inmates, are in old state hospital buildings.
They are the oldest ones.
Really?
Yep. This is the newest building on
crazy.
campus. This was built in 1968.
Couldn't imagine.
Nope,
Especially if it's haunted over
they
there.
say it's super haunted over there too.
Really?
So, yep.
Have you heard any stories from people that work there?
Lots from prison guards. They have had a few buildings that they don't even go into anymore because they just get completely freaked out by them. I heard one guard has seen like full apparitions. Are in buildings that were originally wards, so much more probably activity than we have over here. Just functions of the building and age-wise. They have buildings that were built in 1874, and like I said, this one was built in 1960s. So
crazy. Imagine being in prison.
they have guard housing is the old doctor housing too.
Wow.
So
well, okay, let's start the tour.
All
Go
right.
for it. That's a great introduction.
So this is one of the surgery rooms. You can see we've got nursing information in it now. We tried to keep a lot of the old fixtures, so you'll see that light board actually was part of the state hospital. There's plugs and knobs and switches all over 3rd floor for old equipment. I'll show you a couple in the hallway too that are pretty neat. This is what we call ward quiet, just because nursing is a lot different now than it was then. And a few of the things that we talk about in here too are, about respecting people's privacy and like HIPAA laws, because with the state of Missouri too, any mental health facility records are sealed forever. It doesn't even apply to HIPAA, where if you die and 50 years later they're open to the public, they're still sealed. So you still have to go through the court system, which a lot of people don't know. And I really like 3rd floor just because it gives more of that personal connection to people, because we have a lot of the patient art and the nursing artifacts. So they don't become 1 in 4 people suffer from mental illness. They don't become a statistic, they become real people.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorite stories about nursing though is a lot of the time it was super unregulated in the beginning. So we have pictures of like nurses with giant bowls just full of medication and just passing that out to patients. Super unregulated and terrible, but the whole history of mental health is just a big game of trial and error, honestly. So that's what we'll see when we start talking about 2nd floor too. It's the whole, does this work? No, okay, we'll stop doing that. Try something else.
So these original
These are nursing uniforms.
from this building?
Crazy.
Yeah, and a lot of you'll see the American Red Cross is a big thing because they just were super understaffed, especially after the World Wars. Psychiatry and mental health wasn't a practice specifically for people. You just were a medical doctor. So especially during the World Wars when people got drafted for those medical reasons, we lost a lot of our staff and had to rely on volunteers. So some of the iffy practices came about then too. Just people weren't trained, we weren't staffed. Original staffing numbers when we opened, first day we had 275 patients. We built it for 250. Peak population had 3,000 people.
Wow.
Yep. So
would you think that some of these people who wore these outfits have passed on?
some of our artifacts are from people that probably have passed on. We just got in a new nurse's cape too that was from a family.
Like this was worn by someone in the 1940s.
Mm-hmm.
So that's working, so she's obviously probably passed. So.
Yep.
This is interesting. I didn't think about how the nurses would clean.
Yeah.
Like the stairs. Because you don't have that now. You have
Yeah, we have
clean people. Yeah.
Yes.
That's,
Yeah, they all have definitely kept you busy.
It's a haunting photo.
That is the original staircase that's downstairs.
Oh, the one that's
Yeah,
up in
that's
the
the
wall?
one that's downstairs, yep.
Wow.
That's haunting. Look at these.
Yeah, that's
Oh yeah, and this is just the first room.
a ways to go.
So like I said, most of this is all patient artwork.
Very talented.
Very much so. A lot of people too, that's one of the things, a lot of people just assume that if you have a mental illness, you're mentally disabled. I've had to explain that a lot, that that's not always the case. Like, you know, people can have severe depression, anxiety, and relatively function pretty normally and do really well in other things. Like most everybody that lived here had a job on the grounds. So whether that was like running our farm or helping, you know, do some other things like our occupational therapies downstairs in the basement, we'll see a few of the things that they made in like our weaving and woodworking and steel shops. But I mean, some people, yeah, probably weren't very self-sufficient and just existed. And that's totally fine. You have that whole spectrum of people. So these are two, all of these rockers are really original, but this one was from about 1965. This is when they started using the fiberglass in the 60s. This metal one was used a lot because it was untippable. You
So
can't
these
knock
were
it.
all used by patients in the facilities.
Yes.
Wow.
And they tried to make them, you can see in that picture there, was the men's ward, about 1900. Originally, they, you know, didn't really understand that this may be a life sentence for people. They wanted to really have you come in, get better, and then go back to your community. So they made them look like home. So you can see a lot of the stuff is super elaborate, like Victorian style, especially with the staircase downstairs, like they made the building that way. Some people think it like was supposed to help ground you, like have that, you know, comfort, but I just wanted to make it feel like home.
Wow. All
You
right.
ready to do second floor?
I'm ready to do second
Okay.
floor.
That's one of the original awards.
That's really cool.
So, I guess before we go to the second floor, hauntings on this floor. What are
Yes.
some reports?
So reports on third floor. There's been a lot of EVPs, so a lot of mumbling or patients and or like men, women voices. We actually have had a group that has set music boxes, the ones that are like motion detected, up towards the ceiling, so no one's actually just like walking around them. Near our chapel room up here, and played like gospel music, and the music box reacted a bunch to that. We've had people get cussed out up on third floor before, or told really firmly to get out of here. Yeah, lots of stuff like that.
Wow.
It is pretty dark too, so as we leave, I'll shut off the main light. And you can
Oh, yeah. Behind you.
Yeah. Mostly the level of darkness it will be. So this is second floor. We use this floor to talk about the history of treatment methods. So it does pan around the room and then go back in that.
Let's just talk about all this, I guess.
All right. So we are currently in the original Glore exhibit room. Like I said, George Glore had some patients and he worked on creating these to show the public where mental health treatment really started and how far they had come and what the mission of the state hospital is really doing for people. Unfortunately, a lot of the time in 1800s, it wasn't great. It was mostly restraining people because they didn't know how to deal with them, didn't know what was wrong. And a lot of the time medically, we were still figuring out what germs were. So that kind of puts that in perspective for people. We didn't even know what germs were. We were still bloodletting at that time because we thought your body was controlled by 4 humors in your blood, and if those were out of whack, you were out of whack. So a few of the things you'll notice are just restraints, period. A couple of the things like the water tub behind me were meant to shock people back into their senses. Kind of along the same thoughts of how we think like scaring people is gonna get rid of their hiccups. It's just to reset your body to normal. That's what they thought needed to happen. There's a couple things in the wing over here. Along the same lines, there's a sensory deprivation chair. They thought if you took away all of your senses, you'd get back to normal. So they left you in it for a while. You couldn't see or really move around a lot. Some people think it looks like an shock chair. It's not. It's not an electric chair. There's a spinning chair too that was supposed to take all those humors from the middle of your body to your extremities. It really just made people sick. It's a spinning chair. It's like a Ferris ride. A lot of people too will like look at the restraints, and this one's a replica, that one is original, and there's one on third floor that's metal, that they're all called Utica cribs, and they would have been used to restrain patients that were harmed to themselves, especially at night, or other staff, or anything like that. Really is why people used restraints. But it really goes back to one of those sections is basically just a prison cell. So a lot of the time, France especially was really known for Bedlam. Bedlam they used as a mental prison, basically, and the aristocracy would actually parade through like a zoo for people, which is terrible. And a lot of this, obviously, we're looking at hindsight and is terrible from what practices we would do, but that was completely normal for them, unfortunately. So a lot of that prison system carried over even into America. Our state hospital system really started getting reformed with Dorothea Dix. Her portrait is downstairs, and Thomas Kirkbride. They were pretty instrumental in transforming how these facilities were created. Dorothea Dix started in Massachusetts and noticed that a lot of the people that had mental illnesses were just in prison, and they were treated terribly in chains and just shackled up and beaten sometimes into obedience because they didn't know how else to deal with them. She was like, they need to be treated like people. We need to have these big institutions and to give them better care. Thomas Kirkbride allowed that to happen in his building design. The main center building, which we only have the centerpiece of it now, would have had two wings that extended off in like 45-degree angles, basically. So these places needed lots of land to be able to do that. But that gave each room windows for fresh air and sunlight, which obviously do positively affect our mental health. They're not cures or anything, but having them definitely helps, put us in a better mood. But that was kind of their plan to try to figure out at least a start for better treatment. So as you move through time, there's a swing of, it kind of is a circle of these institutions. They got really big, they got defunded. We tried to do more experimental treatment because we were defunded in lack of staff, and now they're back in the prison system. So it kind of goes through that cycle. We'll look at some of the other stuff. You guys want to see the chairs? They're back here. We also have leeching things because that's fun. That's the tranquilizer chair.
Wow.
And then this is the one you'd spin in. We have, is he on here? He is. George Glore sat in the chair, and the director of the hospital got to spin him around, so I think he was a fan of that day.
So a lot of these are replicas.
Yes, a lot of these are replicas. Most of the time because they were either not being used at the time or had gotten rid of. We know of some actual tranquilizer chairs that were used in New York. Most people don't sell them to museums or anything. I don't really know 100% why. Mostly because they've gotten rid of them. Obviously they're terrible practices, so.
Right.
But yeah, most of these are replicas of treatments and stuff.
What do you think is the most barbaric thing up here?
My very least favorite thing is lobotomies, just because it's the most extreme thing we've probably ever done as humans.
And you guys did lobotomies here.
We did. So, like I was saying, patient records and stuff are pretty much sealed. The only information really we have is either from, patient art, or doctor's notes, or treatment practices. We know lobotomies happened because we have procedures for treatment of patient care before and or after that treatment. Same with electroshock therapy. We have those procedures that staff was supposed to follow to prep them and then aftercare. So I think they've done research and about 20 lobotomies were confirmed to happen here. I don't know if there's any more or who those people were, obviously. But we did have that. And we have some public record, like some newspapers and stuff would, and some death records obviously have State Hospital number 2 or Lunatic Asylum number 2 on their death record. So we can kind of backtrace a little bit that way. It gets a little tricky with how much information you can get, but about 3,000 or so people we think were buried on site. I can talk to you a little bit more about that in the morgue because we have headstones and stuff down there.
Wow.
Electroshock therapy is a little different because they still do that as a practice. It just morphed a little bit with how they used it. Originally it was tried to be developed for schizophrenia. Now it's for major, like severe clinical depression. So they still do use it, but very sparingly. It's usually if medications and stuff like that doesn't work.
I had no idea that they still did it.
They do.
Crazy.
These were by one person?
Yep.
Oh yeah, can you talk about that too?
Yeah, I can talk about the collections. So, like I said, we have a lot of information just from the stuff that patients left, and thankfully they were collecting those things as part of the museum. So these couple things are from collectors. There's a difference between collecting and hoarding that I like to basically summarize with: if you can get rid of it, you're not a hoarder, because you don't have that emotional tie. So if you can throw it away, you can give it to somebody else, you're not a hoarder. Totally fine. We have a collection of 400 and some odd ties from one individual. The cigarette cases are a little bit different. They were a group project collection. One of the patients was super charismatic, got into his head that there was this national collection event, that if you collected 100,000 cigarette cases, the big cigarette companies would donate a wheelchair to the hospital. He got, this was in like the 60s, so obviously everybody smoked. Patients and staff included. So he got 108,000 collected. That's what's in that cage right there. The staff at that point realized that there was no such contest. Bought him one, donated it, let him donate it to his ward anyway. So it's a nice little heartwarming story.
You went through all that.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
There has
Wow.
been some activity around it. There was more when it was on third floor, so I don't know if it was connected to this or third floor. So, but there has been stuff around it before.
But these collections collected by patients.
Yes.
That is a lot of cigarettes, man.
Right.
Holy shit. Could you imagine smoking all
We
those?
also
for a
collected
wheelchair.
coins and soda can tabs too. So
Wow.
just lots of collecting things. So we do talk about like vision and EEG machines. So our EEG machine, I think is funny. One, because it's not computer based. It's all like pre-computers. So didn't even really know what we were recording on EEGs at the time. So didn't really understand that like what the brain waves meant or what the scrolls any of them really meant. We just knew it was brain activity. They recorded the first EEG in 1924. They didn't identify REM sleep until about the 1950s. So this one has a fun story. A couple of physicians, like really only two of them, were trained on how to use it, and they hated each other. So they would hide it from each other all the time. And apparently it got lost in a closet somewhere for like decades and before we found it again.
This machine?
Yeah. So then we talked a little bit about restraints. They did still have modern adaptations to that. So mostly those turned into like mittens or camisoles. Most people know them as straitjackets. But this is a Victorian one. So basically it just looked like a corset. It was made out of really tough material, basically like box springs or bed frames. So you couldn't rip them, and then they sewed them like in a crisscross pattern so you couldn't rip them. Really the only difference between it and like modern straitjackets are modern ones have a tie through your legs so you can't shrug it over your shoulders. Basically just to help move people, because like you and I could move like them then without having too much resistance with someone that's bigger than you, obviously. Dentistries, we talk about a little bit, mostly because they had to be self-sufficient, so they did their own dentistry and stuff like that. But dentistry has had a tie with mental health, so you'll often see a lot of mental patients without teeth or missing teeth. Funny enough, usually if you have like a dental infection or something wrong with your teeth, you also have something else infected in your body or some other ailment. It's a weird connection. I don't know how it works, but it's like one of your first like health sign warnings. The room of ick, which is what our director calls this, because it talks about rectal thermometers and like enemas. Enemas were a big thing because again, the whole like reset your body. It was to clean out your system. I don't know. I don't get it. Room of ick. That's why it's called that. Hydrotherapy had kind of a development too. It kind of went from that like super intense cold dunk tank to, oh, maybe we'll use the soothing properties of water. Like, you know, hot baths are really nice. And they're really good for people that like have a stressful day. They're just not long-term anything for mental health. So they're not, you know, going to be they can be a treatment method, but they're not a cure or even a long-term treatment method. We had a gutter system that would simulate like rain sounds every once in a while. So sometimes they would, on sunny days, have like the rain sound come through if they put water in the gutters for patients. Kind of interesting. This is more the shock therapy. This is actually, if you want it later, our info on the shock therapy treatments.
Wow.
So
This is the actual.
that is the procedures from the book that they did. So shock therapy, like I said, really started as a schizophrenia treatment. They started with like insulin to induce seizures that way. Super tricky and very unstable. You could have patients just flat out die on you if you don't do it correctly. And it's a very short window of time for you to not do it correctly. So they switched to medication to try to induce those. Still pretty risky. Still had patients like fracture bones under those seizures. It's just they were so intense. So they used electricity as a much more stable way to monitor that and implement it. It still looks pretty terrible, but usually you don't feel anything. But it takes you a long time to re-enter like a cognitive state of mind. A lot of people sometimes can go days without remembering what happened, or your short-term memory really is just kaput at that point. But that's really what it was trying to do, is trying to break those synapses so you didn't have those problems. But as they regrew, obviously that's gonna be an issue because those problems still came back into life. Lobotomies, there's some famous lobotomy patients here on the wall. Rosemary Kennedy is one of them. Pretty famous one. This is why lobotomies are my least favorite thing to talk about, because Rosemary Kennedy was awake during her lobotomy. Most of them were, at least in like the 40s, 50s. Not originally. Originally it was a very complex, very rarely used neurosurgery, and they had to have an anesthetician, be medically trained to do it, removed very little parts of your brain. That ended up morphing later on with the transorbital lobotomy. So Rosemary Kennedy was one of those transorbital lobotomies, and basically they stick a pick, a lot of people call it an ice pick, through the softer orbital bone right here, and then we'll move it around sideways or up and down. Usually they had, with her anyway, stopped going far enough where she couldn't say like her ABCs. So if she started messing up speech, they would stop, and terrible, terrible thing. Howard Doley's one that we talk about too, because he was 12 when he had a lobotomy. They were really done for a lot of different reasons. They were kind of seen as this miracle catch-all, like, oh, you can have a lobotomy, we'll like fix you. And unfortunately they had enough success with people that they kept doing them for a while. But obviously your frontal lobe just completely transforms you personality-wise. It basically makes you not have problem-solving skills at all. So a lot of people, sometimes they just like turned into a vegetable. And that is not what they wanted out of the system. They wanted, those faster treatments to get people in and out, because we were super overcrowded and understaffed. But unfortunately it made people just like completely dependent on these places too. More lighthearted note, also in the 30s and 40s, syphilis was a real big problem in mental health facilities, because syphilis left untreated will eat away at your brain. People don't know that because it's super treatable now as a sexually transmitted disease. These hot boxes were made to treat syphilis originally, because syphilis dies out really with you if you have like 104 fever for an extended couple days. These are pretty risky. Obviously it's like a sauna, but worse. So you could get pretty severe burns that way. So a safer way that they found out was actually to give people malaria, because malaria by then was super treatable. It gave you the 105 fever for a couple days, and then they just treated your malaria and you got better from both diseases. Real weird history for mental health, but
That's crazy.
it's pretty fun. That's just more about lobotomies and some of the instruments and stuff. Phineas Gage is loosely tied to lobotomies because he lived, that's a model of his skull. He was a railroad staff person, basically tamping down before they did dynamite and stuff, or through the tunnel system. But tamping iron went through his skull because they didn't do it correctly. He lived, but it messed up his frontal lobe and completely changed his personality. So it kind of got people wondering, more about how the brain works and all that fun stuff. A lot of the time too, I think it's fun to tell people, like, a lot of what we now think is like pretty common, like we have a left brain and a right brain. Most people know that now. We didn't know that until 1980.
Wow.
1980.
And
Homosexuality too. This is Phineas Gage. Homosexuality too was part of a mental illness until 1990.
Oh my
Wow.
Yeah, they changed. It's called the DMS. It's basically how insurance diagnoses you through the system, because they have to have all those codes to make sure you have the right medical treatment. 1990 was when they changed it. It's gone through like 5 editions at that point, but
So a lot of these tools and relics were used
yes,
in treatments.
yes,
Wow.
yeah. So in the hallway here, we do have more of those like patient objects. Pica is one of them. I moved right past it, but that was actually collected in 1910 by a doctor after an autopsy of a patient. She died really suddenly at like 30 years old. Still a little pretty young for 1910, and they didn't know why. So obviously they had to do an autopsy to figure out why. They found about 1,400 objects in her intestines, anything from nails to buttons to glass. All of those things were in her at the time of that autopsy.
She ate all of
She
those.
ate all of those things because she had pica. So pica is one of those, it kind of changed in the DMS. So originally it was an eating disorder, now it's more of an obsessive compulsive thing. But basically pica is just you ingest and eat things that are not nutritionally of value. A lot of people during pregnancy will get little snippets of that for like wanting to eat like chalk or something like that. It's very strange. It has 0 nutritional value, but they still have like that compulsion to eat it. Arthur Kraft is the artist behind most of these paintings right here, and all of them in this room. Arthur Kraft was a Kansas City artist that spent about 5 weeks in our state hospital for alcoholism. So he treated lots of different things. We know so much about his stay here because he wrote a book about it. So we can obviously use all of that information because it's public domain. Some snippets of his book are in here on the wall. He's just been kind of a local phenomenon that's kind of like come back into the spotlight. This is the rest of his room.
Wow.
There's a dedication of his book here, but that's basically his observations of patients or staff. Most of those 2 are patients. I think this one's a staff member.
That's really interesting. It's really like art.
He's a very well-renowned artist, so that is the book too. He only made about 100 copies of the book, so they're pretty hard to find. We have one of them, but yeah, he made all of sketches, sculpting. Really, there's a little bit more about him here on that label, but he basically struggled with health problems, mostly we think because of mental illness and like
Self-medicating?
Thank you. Self-medicating was pretty common back then with his alcoholism. So
I wonder if he is he a collected artist? I mean, like people have his
Some
works,
people. So all of these works, we only have one, and it's downstairs. All of these are loans from people.
Oh, there, okay.
So a couple are from the art museum in town. Other ones are from local donors.
Those are really cool.
They really are.
Eerie drawings.
There's one more patient thing in the hallway, and then we can go
Sure.
basement, tunnels, all that fun stuff. This one's kind of fun. So this was about 1971. A male patient was seen sticking a piece of paper in this TV, and that's pretty strange. People don't just often stick papers in TVs. A couple of the staff members noticed that, called maintenance to figure that out, because obviously that's not a safe situation in a TV like this, because tubing causes fires and all that fun stuff. They found 525 pieces of paper inside the TV. Most of them were written on anything really. You can see there's like a map of the state hospital here. There's like random sheets of paper. This one is First Thanksgiving from the Pilgrims. There's newspaper articles. So anything really you could find. A lot of them are usually addressed to President Nixon, telling him that he is a state hospital patient and that he would like to be released from the state hospital because the state hospital has stolen all of his worldly knowledge and wealth and put them into boxcars. He lists the numbers of the boxcars. Other things are slightly more logical, like he repeats that there's 365 days in a year. This is my state hospital person, is my therapist. But these are like the box numbers. There's 2 box numbers here. We've had to mark out through some of it because he'll give his social security number. And obviously he's not around really anymore, we don't think, but just in case. But that's
Really
his
cool.
way of communicating with the world, apparently. It was through the TV.
So what was the purpose of this floor specifically?
This floor would have been doctor's offices. They would have had other patient rooms here, but usually this side would have housed patients, and then doctors' staffing would have been through those double doors. So they would have had like orderlies staying out there so you wouldn't.
And paranormal on this floor.
This floor's not a lot anything other than people hear sounds a lot of like gurneys or nurses' shoes, stuff like that.
And
Along this
what's
floor.
that side?
That side is the older side. So that side has a bit more activity.
Is that where we're headed now?
That's where we're headed now.
And is this the side where the lobotomies would have been done?
Yes.
Definitely looks creepier down there than over here. Just standing down there.
Most of our signs are still original, like our keep doors locked is from the hospital. There's, this was a doctor's office, so it's got like his name plaque on it. My office downstairs was originally like an examination room because it's got the big like wide doors for wheelchairs and gurneys and stuff like that. So to our left is our Native American and World War I section right now. And then the other side is our Black archives. So in this side of the hall, there have been shadow figures reported before. A lot of people kind of speculate if it's tied to like our Native American stuff or if it's just because it's the older part of the building. Don't really know. Some strange smells like cigars have been noted over here. We kind of joke that it is our cigar man because he pops up in and out places. In the museum, he usually hangs around staffing stuff and like collections upstairs, which our upstairs is collections. Unfortunately, I can't let you into that because collection space for the museum, right? But it was the old like nurses station is right above our heads, and some of the doctor's offices and stuff up there too, like their staff kitchen. They would have had one on each floor. I'm gonna turn the lights off for you because it's super dark, but
All right.
100% dark.
So these would have been,
Told you, 100% dark.
so these would have been I'm trying to think of like the procedures where they would have been done in these
Yes.
rooms.
So they would have been in the rooms. Usually, as far as I know, historically they would have been this side, like corner rooms, because there's more space. So this room right here on the corner would have probably been one. There's a matching one on the other side.
And that would have been surgeries,
Lobotomies, anything really medically that you had to have done here.
Go figure that this is the more haunted part of this floor.
Yeah, I don't know. So we've got the tunnels and the basement. First floor is not really usually had anything in particular done. I usually keep it lit for me because I have to work down there. Some people have done like the voice box and stuff, and like my name's come up or like other different words have come up by the stairs. So more than welcome to like check out the original stairs too, but that's usually the only thing that's happened on first floor.
Yeah, we can go down to the,
We go down the basement.
yeah. Reminds me of like,
Original flooring.
it's like a school. Ooh.
This is as dark as this floor gets. I don't know why this one is on. I cannot figure out. It's usually not on. Cannot figure out where it came on. But this is the basement. So the basement we used to talk about our farm. It's about 5,000 acres. They had everything from a dairy herd to meat, fruit, vegetables, really anything to self-sustain them. Because like I said, hospital was about 2-3 miles outside St. Joseph at that time. So they really had to have their own supplies. Most of the time, the state obviously had like a budget for them to do. Feeding 3,000 people takes a lot of stuff. Most of the time from some of those records, we've noticed that they've actually sent most of that budget back because they were so self-sufficient. So some of the things they made or used, like our horse bridles, anything from like beans and apples. Farmer John, who had a terrible farming accident, has lost a finger. They had an award-winning milking herd that had like state awards for butter. They also sold it to the town if they had any excess. So those are the milk bottles they sold them in. Lots of like swings. There's baby lambs.
And these are wheelchairs from the,
Yes. This one's about 1930s. The caning. Caning was really big in chairs then. So they made all of this stuff as well. Usually metal shop, wood shop, stuff like that. Some of the things later on too, like after the 60s is, the 1960s is really when like patient rights started to really come around and like consent and all that stuff. But you also had most of the dying off of these patient jobs because the state then had to pay you to do your work, which is great, but also kind of killed the whole self-sufficiency thing. So a lot of the time, there is still a little bit of it. Show Me Industries is one thing that came out of that. Noma Lights is a real big local Christmas light factory. Some people know it outside the state, but they would have like used some patients to test out Christmas lights, basically. The root cellars are still visible. They are basically flanking the entrance to the prison off of 36 and Farron. So you can still see them from the grounds. This is the autopsy room and morgue. So there are a couple different morgues. This is the original one to this building, and it was still operational into the 90s as like a backup for the city. So there's only 4 here. Autopsy is in there. We usually talk about this space just, you know, how death affects people or was affected at the state hospital. There's a couple headstones in here too. So like I said, about 3,000 patients actually died out here and then were not reclaimed by family. So they were buried out here. You didn't actually have to take care of your own family up until that point. So super recently where the state was like, no, you are in charge of your family. They're only numbered. The numbers corresponded to a ledger with more personal information, but they didn't want that on the headstones outside. So a lot of the time, if you lost those ledgers, you lost all of that information. So that's kind of what happened to ours. They have I think one of the original ledgers have misplaced and or lost the rest of them. So we think there's about 3,000 out in our cemetery, but we don't 100% know. Those headstones are no longer visible either, most of them. About the 80s, the state decided to tip them and fill over so they didn't have to mow around them. Kind of sad. Yeah.
And where is this cemetery?
Cemetery is still on prison grounds.
Wow.
Because it was basically the far corner of the lot, which is still on their side. So
But you can't visit?
you can only get to about the first 100 of them. There's a memorial. I can show you guys where that is.
Yeah.
But most of it is still behind the fence. And it's still, even though stuff that is open, you still are monitored because it is prison grounds. So you can see some of it, but not all of it. And a creek kind of runs through there too. So they think some of it has washed away. It's kind of a big mess, but.
And there are headstones in here?
Some of them, yep. There's 2 of them, or 3 of them. So that's what they would have looked like.
Just a number.
So would have been patients' numbers, sometimes doctors would have, or staff would have been out here too because they lived out here with patients. So that one's a little bit more descriptive because it was a doctor, not a patient. Wow. There's a lot of other stuff about just intentional deaths or accidental deaths that happened here. A lot of that we know, like I said, from newspapers or death certificates. So.
What do you mean intentional deaths?
Sometimes there were intentional deaths. A couple that I know offhand would have been when patients got out of restraints, or the one I remember offhand because I just researched it. There was a patient that was transferred here a day and on mopping duty, and it's when they had metal mop buckets. He hit another patient over the head with a mop bucket and killed him. That's
so
what
murders,
happened.
basically.
Yes, basically. Accidental ones, there have been some weird, a couple of patients choked on peach pits a couple of times, so that's one of them. Okay. So it's usually oh, this happened at the state hospital. Right, that one. So things like that. Or a couple of them are accidental, they were just infectious diseases because they used to keep their toothbrushes like this in wards. So obviously if somebody's sick on the top rack of that, probably everybody underneath of them is probably going to get sick. Mm-hmm. Just gravity and germs. Like I said, didn't know what germs were in 1800s. So didn't really know to not do that for sanitary reasons. They did have a specific building for an infectious infirmary too, because things like fevers and tuberculosis and all that stuff is still pretty common. They would have segregated them from the rest of the state hospital population.
Is this an original table? Mm-hmm. Really?
That is our autopsy table.
Lots of autopsies done here.
I don't really know the numbers.
Looks like it was probably used for embalming as well.
This is that patients would hang themselves or set themselves on fire.
There is one that they set themselves on fire, super depressed. So there's, like I said, a lot of them in the newspapers because they're super sensationalized back in that day. So they would write about things like that. But yeah, there was, like I said, it's a little disconcerting for people because there is a razor wire fence now and up around the buildings, but they didn't have that. And a lot of the time patients were free to roam around or go into the city depending on your mental state, obviously, and security reasons, and you obviously had to have evaluations for that kind of thing. They had out on the lawn all the time. There was big swings that people could use. They had obviously the rocking chairs outside all the time. Accidents like that happen. We have a couple news stories of people actually escaping and then having to be brought back.
Wow.
Did they use this also for embalming?
Yes. So that would have been part of the practice. Yeah. So embalming kind of happened later on. Originally didn't have that or freezers to keep your run, so you really were buried within like a week of dying. So as that technology progressed, since we served really the whole northwest region of Missouri, sometimes farther away depending on like how the other 5 were being staffed, you could do things like embalm people for longer for their family to come pick them up. They had like out on the lawn all the time. There was big swings that people could use. They had obviously the rocking chairs outside all the time. Accidents like that happen. We have a couple news stories of people actually escaping and then having to be brought back.
All haunted places have a story to tell. It can be tragic, it can be scary, and it can be very dangerous. This is Colin Browen, and these are the Paranormal Files.
It looks like my brother-in-law is a
Yes.
funeral director.
Yes.
That's what.
That's what
I've
it is,
seen.
yeah. Pretty much that's what that is.
Feels colder in here.
It's a little cooler, yeah. Refrigerators are not on. They're not on. People like to lay in them sometimes. One of the main questions that we usually get is like, is it true that most of these patients were women? Not here, most of our patients were men, but we do have like records, I'll show you in this back hallway, of some of the women and like why they were treated here. Like I said, a lot of the time family could originally just come and like drop you off. You didn't really have patient rights up until like the 60s. So a lot of it too sometimes is just like, oh, they were super depressed or like didn't want to do housework. So I dropped her off.
Oh.
So yeah, it was real great. But women and children were housed in the same ward up until about the 80s. The children's unit opened and became a school. It was Woodson Academy for a while, but they had a really big vocation rehab. So there's 2 cars in here that they actually rebuilt and had like on car shows and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool.
So when you say people like to lay in there,
In the morgue, yeah, they I let them move the barrier sometimes and lay in the drawers.
can I do that?
Yeah.
I would love to.
Just don't shut the doors.
That has been a dream of mine.
Just
to
don't
do
shut the
that.
doors because they may stick.
Yeah.
But yeah, totally fine.
We were in New
Totally
Orleans at it's called Lindy Boggs, and in the basement there's the morgue, and they had like so many of those, but they were
Yeah.
rusted out, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I want to do that
Totally
so
fine.
bad, but
It's totally fine. People have done it before. Some
Awesome.
people think it's very comfy. We have a spend the night event every once in a while. Some people think that they're gonna spend the night in it and don't. They usually chicken out. But yeah. So these are the cars that the Woodson Academy redid. I usually point them out because one has a car phone in it, and a lot of our tour groups and like children especially don't know what that is, and it makes me feel really old. But they're pretty cool.
I've never seen a car phone.
It's a very nice historic piece. Oh, let me get this real quick. Somebody opened that today. Car phone.
Yeah, I have.
we used to
I've
have
never
those.
seen one of those.
We had those.
Well, yeah, but what are you, 60?
Yeah, but it's so. I mean, come on.
Oh, this dirt.
To all you 90-year-olds out there, I'm a young buck.
And further down is that they also had giant like quilting stuff because they made all their own rugs to like sell or have for their rooms, stuff like that. Like we showed you the straight jackets upstairs, the camisoles. Most of the patients made those.
I just got a really weird. Anybody feel anything right here? I just got like
Definitely a different
goosebumps.
smell.
Really weirdly.
So this side of the room right here that we're gonna go in is basically set up like it was because they basically just left it. In the 60s, it's the physical therapy. So like the ice or hot beds, treadmills, stuff like that is in here. But this is basically a snapshot of what it was in the 60s because they just left it for us very nicely. We've rearranged it a little bit.
So this is an
basically.
ice bath.
Yep. Yep.
Wow, man. And what is this machine?
It is a weight chair. So you just pull down the levers. It's like a very primitive, just weight chair for physical therapy.
Wow.
So in case you had like an arm injury or something, they would.
Build it up.
It looks really weird, but it's basically like anything in like a Planet Fitness right now. Like basically the same material.
That's our gym.
That is our basement tour.
And now I guess, are we gonna finish the tunnels?
Tunnels. So they are across the way here. Also, fun fact, kids under 14 were not allowed into the medical building, which is on a sign outside our front door. So that confuses a lot of people now. They're like, can we really not come in? I'm like, no, you're fine. That's from like the 60s. So we do use it as part of our maintenance now. So we usually escort people into the tunnels just for that reason. This section used to go to the park building, which was like a library. Really, it served like a bunch of different functions. It was a ward at one point because it was separated. So it was a more like maximum security ward for them. Built about 1930 under basically the whole block.
Wait. Did you? I was like a.
It was.
I was a voice.
Right?
No, I heard like a.
Built about 1930 under. Built about 1930 under. Built about 1930 under.
And there's no one in here.
Mm-mm.
What? That was loud. Sorry.
No, you're fine. I'm just, like I said, 100% desensitized to this because I do this all the time.
Can you ask if they could make another noise? Maybe if they know you.
I mean, they might.
That would be.
Is that somebody here? Could you make another noise for us? I just brought some friends today. They want to know more about your story. You don't have to be scared. You can make another noise. Nothing.
That was a very.
It was really loud.
Oh,
Capture.
wow.
It's really loud
Sorry.
though. Totally fine. But that's what the tunnels were for. Basically, they carry utilities, but they were also used since it was the whole block. If you didn't want to carry like food or people outside all the time, because obviously it's super muggy today, that would be terrible to walk this whole block. You go underground from building to building. That's basically what they were for. This section, you can always hear me echo already, about the 1980s, early 1990s, had patients come down in this section and paint murals on them. Just part of their art therapy. It's free canvas space, right? So didn't have to, buy canvas for them. Like, just go paint on the walls. Who cares? So that's what that section is. The other section connects to Woodson, which is the children's ward. It's a little bit more messy. We don't often open it up to the public just because it's used for storage between us and Woodson. So there's some property boundary stuff that we don't want to do on a daily basis for people, but sometimes for paranormals, we'll let you do it, especially for our own overnight stuff. So I'll show you guys that one too. We'll go down the cleaner one first.
Here's what it says, State Lunatic Asylum, right there.
Those were the boilers originally. We still use steam heat. It's great. It's terrible. It's terrible for utilities. It's our original freight elevator.
Oh my god.
So I'll turn the lights on real quick just so you can see all the way down. It is pretty creepy. It's cinder block. So you do slightly go down to, which kind of throws people off a little bit, but the cinder block wall is the prison property boundary now. So they did go further and there's more murals under their property. But obviously prisoners and tunnels don't really mix, so they block them off. But this is the section that we have still open, and the patient names are written on the wall here on this plaque. We do know that group from some other staff documents and stuff.
Is that the end right there?
That is the end,
Okay.
yeah, of this section. So it would have originally went down a little bit and then slowed back up into the next building. And that's the white one that looks pretty decrepit outside.
Oh, yeah.
It's that one.
And then the kids area is the other. Okay. Wow. It's definitely the blue area.
Yeah. Oh, that is very dark.
It is very dark. Oh, so like I said, maintenance. So watch your step. All of our lovely Betty charts. So, caveat with this also, I don't take a lot of people down here because this door locks from this side. So there is a, I'm going to set the door stopper, which is this lovely brick. But yeah, if that closes on us, we're locked in here. So we don't usually want that. You just stop, please. Thank you. So this is what they would have looked like. It is very damp. The Woodson had, you can probably smell it already, Woodson had a water main break, so it is very moldy over there. This is also why we don't take people down, because it's a health hazard.
Yeah.
So you can smell the dampness, right? So, also why we tend to not take people down. But some activity has been reported, especially kid-related things. Marbles have appeared out of nowhere.
Marbles?
Yeah, like playing marbles. One appeared out of nowhere. They like to play with balloons and lights and stuff like that. It is really long. I will take you to our property and then kind of show you up into Woodson.
Awesome. Wow.
So this is still all of our property. It goes under the parking lot, if we look at that, basically.
Now this is cool.
There are side tunnels, too. There's one side tunnel. So this doesn't actually go anywhere. So that's where it starts to like be Woodson's storage, all the school desks.
Oh, that chair's
A chair serves as our property boundary.
really.
So there's a side tunnel.
Oh,
That is the
man.
back of that. So they would have been basically spider webbed like this all over the place.
Wow.
But this is basically, these double doors are Woodson.
And what is Woodson?
Woodson was the kids' ward, and school for a while. So that's why there's a bunch of school supplies, because it was a school up until about 2002. So it goes all the way through there to basically the street.
Oh, so this is the building that's right next to it.
Yeah,
That
this
looks
is
very
the
creepy.
only, this is the only other building outside the fence.
Wow, man.
Put something right here.
Yeah, those chairs are. There's eerie.
Yeah. We usually put them there to be like, this is our property, don't go any further than that. So we have done that. It's a little creepy though. I will.
Can you
we'll get
shine
you
a
that.
light down there? So that goes up into the school?
Yeah. So basically that's the basement of the school. It's only not connected to that side because they were built in the 30s and that building didn't exist in the 30s. So, but yeah, it would have been basically that's the ground level of the school
And so that school has been abandoned for.
since 2002.
Really? And why did it shut down?
They lost state funding.
Oh.
Yeah, they lost funding. So the school district closed it down. It was kind of a juvenile detention center, kind of. It's like a halfway between the normal St. Joe school district and if you had to go into the detention center, it was kind of a halfway in between. You lived at the school at that time too.
And it's just empty.
Yeah, it's just empty now. They had slated it for demolition actually for a couple of years now. So
Definitely looks
There's a
creepy.
ping. There's a couple of pings. Like, so you heard?
Do you want to ask one more time? I always love to have people that are here all
yeah,
the time.
that's totally
I
fine. Is anybody down here with us? Can you make a knock on something so we know you're here? I will caveat to this that usually when I'm with groups, we don't get anything.
Really?
Yeah, it's weird.
You think that they'd know you by now?
I think they do, and some people are like, well, maybe they know you too well, and they just ignore you, and then don't actually listen to you. I'm like, fair enough. Yeah. Because I'm kind of annoying, so. Yeah.
So I guess in your opinion,
Yes.
well, let's say two things.
Yes.
The place that freaks you out the most in here and the most active in your opinion.
The most creepy feeling that I get is on third floor. Mostly that's because I walk around in the middle of the night, though. Like, I don't turn on lights here. I just like. But there's like 1,000 dolls stored up in there too. So it adds to the creepy vibe. There's just like shelves of stuff.
So more like attachments, maybe, and things
Maybe,
like that.
maybe, yeah. And it's, like I said, the old nurses station is up there too, so lots of activity would have been like happened there during the day.
There's something
Like a shuffle.
right there. Jesus, I must be tripping out.
And other like reported activity, basically anything I know, I've already told you. I don't have anything personal except up in collection space. This past February, we were redoing the floors on first floor. So we were close to the public. I was still working, trying to get stuff done that like I can't do when the public's here. Like completely rearrange like my education room and like destroy it in the hallway and put it back in. So not really fun stuff to do when the public's here. Can't have that free reign, but we do dehumidifiers. Obviously it's very humid down here and very musty. Collections cannot be that way, so about 40% humidity. So we have dehumidifiers and humidifiers going pretty much constantly all year, which require us to like fill and empty them. So I was filling them because I live in town. So one of the two that usually is out here to do that when we're closed is basically like second floor. There's different rooms to things. So there's that main hallway, and then there's rooms that will go around a corner for, you know, about 6 feet. And then there's a sink because like I said, it was like a kitchen area for them, and conference rooms. There's mice collections from it was a church mouse pun thing from somebody. So, but there's a lot of mice on shelves in the hallway. And a ceramic one ended up around the corner on the middle of the floor by that sink that I passed by to dump the humidifiers. Not broken, didn't have his tag on, like, because usually everything we have has a tag. Wasn't broken, wasn't chipped, nothing. I was wearing like a longer sweater that day. I was like, I didn't knock it off the shelf because I didn't hear it. And it's not broken, it's ceramic. It would have, if it fell off a shelf, broken probably on our nice concrete floors. And then I heard lots of different noises that day on second floor because that education room isn't down that Native American side. And about 3 o'clock, I was spooked enough to like, nope, guys, I'm leaving. I'm going home. It's like the only time I've ever been spooked here.
Really? And that was recently?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think we're good on the interview.
All right.
That's perfect.
Yeah,
it is. Thank you.
Amazing job.
Yeah.
Okay, so we just finished doing our interview. We are here. It's about 11 o'clock p.m. here in the Glore Psychiatric Museum. And since we didn't really get to look at this area much in detail when we were doing the interview, I just want everybody to walk around and just take a look at all these exhibits. Let's just kind of show people, because this is the famous part of the museum. Like this is a reproduction of a dungeon. A lot of these women have no arms also. This is what? A witch hunt? A simulation of a woman being burned at the stake. Not a very good fate to suffer. The lunatic box. The coffin used during the 18th, 19th centuries. The victim was placed in the device, had to remain in a standing position until they became calm.
You should get in there. You are a lunatic.
These are, displays.
They're reproductions.
But yes.
I'm just,
The dungeon.
I know the dungeon. Jeez, he's
Just break this open.
No, he needs to go in there now.
No.
I don't think that's gonna open. The bath of surprise, used for calming disturbed patients. The patient was dropped suddenly through the trap door into a tub of cold water. This was supposed to, through a violent shock, break the chain of delusional ideas. So they would drop you from this trap door down into a bath of ice water. Oh, jeez. Someone's losing their mind. Now, what's this fun device we have over here?
The hollow wheel. I'm still trying to figure out how it works.
Unless the patient remained completely motionless, they had to run either forward or backward, and the decision to move was his alone. Any attempt to damage the wheel could be prevented by a shove to set the patient in motion. So you literally get locked in this, look at right here. You go in through this door and you're locked in this wheel like a gerbil. And you have to keep running or stay still, and it's meant to calm you, which I don't think would make me very calm.
These are the most disturbing to me. Well, not the most, but these are just
Yeah.
like a little coffin. I don't see how that's supposed to make someone
So
relax.
this cage was actually used at Christ Hospital in Topeka, Kansas. That's a replica of one that was used there. They would literally lock you in a box.
It's terrible.
Oh, jeez. Right where he belongs. Finally calming down. In the pillory or stocks. In fact, most people know that one. Then you've got the doctor pouring someone. Oh, a douching tub.
Oh, that's named after you.
Yeah, it's where you belong. Finally, you found a home.
Colin. Hey.
What is that, you, the douche pouring it on me up top? Dr. Douche? Okay. Yeah. Severe forms of melancholia and hypochondria, including constipation. So, if you need to shit really bad, I guess.
What a pain in the ass.
That's good. But yeah, here's more of these restraint cages where people would be locked in. This was an actual cage that was from this hospital. So if you can imagine back in time, maybe one of the spirits that's here with us was imprisoned in this very barbaric cage. It's insane.
Look at this, Colin. They used to stomp on people that they thought were possessed to take the devil out of them. Stomp on them.
You'd get stomped
That's so
on.
mean.
This, oh my god. That looks terrible. It's like a body bag. Restraining devices. Oh, this guy's just locked up. Ooh, it's gruesome. This guy's letting blood. You know, she was saying there were impurities in the blood. Here's the water dowsing, where they would pour water on you to shock you. Over here, they've got a device. The patient would sit in here and they would basically crank this thing and spin you around until you were sane again. Don't think that would work very well. And then this is the tranquilizer chair. A disturbed patient could be strapped in the chair until they became calm. The chair held arms, legs, body, and head in a state of total immobility. Was intended to heal by lowering the pulse and relaxing the muscles. So they would basically try to calm someone by locking them in the pitch black darkness and immobilizing them from head to toe. And even says there, their arms might be lifted and ice water would be poured down their sleeves. Patients' feet might be placed into a tub of scalding hot water while ice packs were applied to the head. It does not seem like something that would calm me down. I don't know about you, what do you think, Mary?
No, not at all.
No,
my
these
gosh.
things would calm me down.
Yeah.
They
No.
will make me worse. For sure.
What?
Oh, just the big lion head that was on this building or something.
Oh.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah, this is the lion head from the lunatic asylum.
Wow.
That is eerie. Courtney, go stand by that to show people how big that is. Wow, fierce.
Watch out.
Yeah, watch out. Oh, sorry. She's too sweet.
Where the hell is Jeff?
Watch out, he'll be somewhere.
What do you mean,
What is that? What are you doing?
I'm just relaxing.
That you're relaxing?
I'm trying to get in here.
It does not look like you're in a very
You could
relaxed
please put me in
position.
here for tonight.
Looks like you're plotting something. What are you taking a knee?
I'm taking a knee in protest.
Of what?
Mental health.
You're protesting mental health? You want more people to not receive treatment?
This is how I used to relax in my athletic days.
Oh God! Yeah, talk about douche. I think we found the man that needs to hop in that tub. I wanted to show you guys this bit of the museum with everybody here. Now we're going to move up to the 3rd floor and begin our investigation. This is one of the most active parts of the hospital and the museum. It's a hospital and a museum. And then we're going to move over to down this hallway, way at the end. You can't really see on here, but it keeps going. That's where the lobotomies and the electroshock were carried out in that wing down there in the pitch black. You guys ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, let's go up to the 3rd floor.
Let's do it.
So yeah, we didn't really get to cover this as in depth as I would have liked to have, but yeah, they found all of these items in a woman's stomach. You can see, what is that? Dried like bile? No, that's gotta be like wax or something. Look at that though.
Buttons, needles,
Look at how big
nails.
long.
453 nails, 40. What the hell? The light.
What
The light just completely died.
That's weird.
Wow.
It had a full charge.
Well, and my light died.
Yeah, when we were in the tunnel setting up the static
my
camera
actual
that just
phone
now.
light died.
Yeah, your
And
phone
then it
light
came
wouldn't turn
back
on.
after we came out of the tunnel. It came back on. Now it works, but it just shut off. Oh, come on.
Well, should show people. This is my brand new light. This should have
Just do it
lasted
once.
all night. I mean, we used it like an hour. It lasted all night last night
Yeah.
for like 4 hours.
Oh, yeah.
Right when we were filming this
Okay,
thing
I've got
too.
the other light.
Yeah, I guess you should go grab that. But yeah, anyways, 453 nails, 42 screws, 9 bolts, and then a bunch of different things like a nail file, 5 teaspoon handles, 7 prune seeds, 1 string of beads, 52 carpet tacks, 115 hairpins, 105 safety pins, 63 buttons, 136 common pins, I don't know what that is, and 37 needles.
This is just a common pin. Just like a.
Like, how does that... Think about the pain you feel with a needle.
This camera battery's gonna die too all of a sudden.
What? I think.
Yeah, look at this battery is also about to die.
Oh,
And that was just 4 bars when we were downstairs.
So weird.
We have not even been filming 10 minutes up here. But yeah, anyways, we got all the lights and everything now. It's just eerie to think about the fact that all of this came from a woman's stomach who died, who was a patient here. And her surgery was probably where she died, was in this building. Because this was the surgical medical building and she died suddenly, it says right here. Her autopsy was definitely here in the morgue.
For sure.
So if you're here tonight, these things came from your stomach, come out and talk to us. We just want to know why. Ready? Okay. Oh. Look how dark it is up here.
Ooh.
This door.
It clicked.
That door just like.
See
We
if
just had
it's-
the crap scared out of us.
See if it's open. Like, can you open it? Like, did they lock it or?
It literally just clicked.
It's not like someone clicked the knob on it. What is this place actually? Can you shine light?
Oh, did you guys hear that? Did you hear that? It was like a breath.
Okay. Heard like a breath back here.
Just now?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go over here. So we're just sitting here right now on the 3rd floor because our legs kind of hurt because we just walked around for like 2.5 hours straight. To anybody who's here, if you died here during a medical procedure, if you can hear our voice, we're inviting you to come talk with us. My name's Colin.
And Jeff?
I'm Mary.
We don't want to hurt you, we just want to talk to you. So if there's anybody here, can you let us know that you're here somehow?
Can you come out of the rooms into the hallway and show yourself? Make a sound, touch these lights.
Hello?
Again, can you come out of the rooms? Show us that you're here. Make some sounds. Play with the toys we have out. Please.
You don't have to be afraid of us. We're here to help you in any way we can.
You're like moving down there. Are you down there by the rocking chairs?
Old cigarettes.
Do you smoke cigarettes?
Yeah, like cigarettes. Like, someone that smokes.
Really?
Yeah, like how you smell. I have patients that smoke and you buy them. And overpower. They smell like smoke.
Remember she said there's the cigar man?
Oh, that's up here?
The whole building, she said. I don't smell
Definitely
anything.
smelling.
Do you smell anything?
I'm definitely smelling that. So if you are the cigar man that goes all over the building, evidently, and you're here, can you make some kind of your presence known by, again, sound, playing with any of our devices? I can definitely smell. That is exactly what it is. You know how you smell like a cigar and you can kind of get like stuffy nose in your head, you get like a frontal headache. That's kind of what I'm getting from it. It's that same feeling.
That's funny that you smell like, 'cause I don't smell anything. It's really quiet up here.
Come on, cigar man.
I'm gonna turn the Oculus on, by the way.
Consonant.
Remove. Consonant. Remove. What do you want us to remove? I almost just got kind of colder. You feel it? It's like a chill on my skin.
Hey, cigar man, I think it's you. You've got it. You're still here.
Are you over there near the wheelchairs or the rocking chairs? Can you use your voice and tell us your name? Lamb.
That's the lamb is usually like biblical. There's a church right here.
Oh, true.
Is that where he's at?
Are you in the chapel?
Yeah, I'm still getting my nose is burning.
Mind. Animal.
Mine animal. Weird that it said lamb and animal. Remember, a lot of these people worked on the farm?
Adjective. Solid.
Adjective, solid.
Channeling.
Channel,
Shove.
shove. Do you want an animal? Do you want a lamb?
I also read somewhere that a lot of the patients, they were taking stray cats and stuff to help
Mm-hmm.
ease their minds.
They had a farm with lambs too.
Yeah, true. Yeah, there's a picture of a lamb downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the church?
Mm-hmm.
Cigar man, if you're around here, come and talk to me. It's creepy. I'm gonna get out of your way. Soon cause gag.
Soon cause gag?
Right.
Are you gonna choke us?
Is this the door that clicked? Yeah, it is. Are you in this room? Are you in this room? Us power.
Us power? I keep hearing stuff from behind us.
Down here.
What do you mean by that?
Oh, jeez.
Sorry.
Yeah, maybe Jeff didn't do that.
Oh, yeah, it's going that way.
Oh, it's going in the church.
I'm gonna leave it there.
Paranormal Soccer League. It's almost a goal.
Are you in here? Are you in here?
Children?
Children up. What do you mean by that? Children up. Where are you?
You kind of have a Jesus-like pose with your arms out unintentionally.
I guess.
Like, come, my people.
Mm-hmm.
Who's here? Please come out. Come out in the hallway.
Remember, guys, we're in the pitch black just to show you all. Here's what we see. This is, you're looking at Courtney and Mary right now.
Mm-hmm.
Or just Courtney, I guess. I can't even see. It's so dark. You guys want to walk down near the wheelchairs?
Sure.
Nona. Look at
What?
Nona. Look at this.
Nona.
Quick, before it goes. Does it say Nova or Nona?
Nona.
Nona.
Oh my gosh.
Nona Messenger wrong.
Oh.
Wasn't
Nona?
Sally the other day making
Remember that?
a
Yes.
comment
The
about
messenger's
Nona?
wrong.
Oh my gosh.
Like the depth, like in the Sally house.
That's really cool because.
Ed. But Nona, messenger wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Like the, remember the Sally
Like
house was
the
trying to.
demon at the Sally house was not correct.
No,
Right,
that's
exactly.
right. He said, "Mother will
Ed.
die,"
Yeah.
and that.
Who's, does anybody know Ed? Anybody connected to Nona with Ed?
Satan.
Oh.
Satan?
Heck. Wow, could we be experiencing what that guy did? Like from the Sally house, remember?
Yeah, where it
Follows
follows
us.
them.
Foul.
Maybe.
Maybe.
That's weird it would bring up Nona. I
Yeah.
mean, Nona?
Yeah,
Of
What
all
is
names.
Nona?
that's your mom.
That's,
Yeah, my mom.
by the way, that's,
61.
I'm 60. I'm the one here that's 60.
Mm-hmm.
Rule.
One rule.
What's your one rule?
Yes, we're waiting.
Conditions.
Conditions?
Conditions. It's kind of like a rule, you know, this would be a place that definitely would have rules.
Yeah.
And conditions. Adjective again. Really? What'd you hear?
From behind you.
Oh, it's a gag. Mini gag.
Is there somebody down here in one of these chairs?
It sounds like marbles.
It does.
Jeff, come down here.
That's creepy.
Sounds like marbles clinking together.
Down here?
It's down there.
You just stand right here. Can you keep making that noise?
Arrived.
Arrived.
Yeah, alright.
It said arrived mad on the ovulus
My haze.
in a haze.
Unlock.
unlock this door that Courtney just tried to open that's locked?
We don't have the key for that. We can't unlock it.
Where are you in this building? It's crazy though when you look at even last night when we were at the
Voice.
McIntyre, how the REM pods were going absolutely crazy.
It just said eerie ahead.
Well, and even Colin.
Nana.
That's what somebody would call like a grandma who would be in here, you know?
Right?
Right.
Did your loved ones call you Nana?
Sun.
Said the sun.
Soul. Linger.
Soul.
Sun, soul, linger.
Oh my gosh.
It's interesting up here, but
Yeah. Oh, the ball's going off, guys.
what?
The ball just going off.
Right when we went
Yeah.
into the chapel,
Really?
Yep.
Courtney
I've
said
got
she
it.
wanted to come here into the chapel.
I still kind of feel something. Colin, do you? Oh, this ball again.
Look, the ball again.
Okay. Oh. Okay, there. That's fine. Uh-huh. Weird. It's staying on. What in the heck?
Weird.
I've never seen it. Oh, you hear something right there?
Yeah, there's a click.
Did you want us to come into the church?
I've never seen it do that.
Me either.
Oh my god.
That's strange.
I mean, we've used these balls zillions of times. Okay. It just doesn't do that.
Do you believe in God?
When you were a patient here, did this room bring you some kind of peace?
Right.
What the heck?
That's right.
But look at this thing. Can you make the other ball go off or make this light go off? Any other ones? But we're stuck on a loop. You know
Isn't
what I
something
mean?
going off down there?
Oh, we don't have anything over there.
No. What was that? Did you hear?
I didn't hear anything. Oh,
Okay.
can you tell us your name?
What?
Leave it.
What?
What?
It said what?
Do you like to kneel down on these when you pray?
Drunk.
Drunk?
Mm-hmm.
Artist, remember? Was here for being
Oh,
a
what was
drunkard.
that?
Were you an alcoholic?
Maybe he came in here and prayed. Guys, I smell the cigar smoke again. What's that? Cigar man, are you back? Is that you?
Angry.
There's someone behind me. Oh,
Wars.
Are you mad that we're here?
what did you do for an occupation?
Thurifer.
Thurifer?
An acolyte carrying a censer, so a religious term.
Weird.
Really?
When you ask what your occupation is,
Whoa.
it's a
That's
religious
weird.
job. A
Huh.
thurifer. Yeah, you guys want to go down to the second
Sure.
floor? Okay, well, thank you to whoever's in here.
Jump.
Jumped?
Did Faye jump?
There was a bridge.
Remember I just
There was bridge
yeah,
on here.
bridge and jumped. Remember I just said, did you take your own
Uh-huh.
life? Oh, the air conditioning shut off right when I said that. Did you take your own life by jumping from a bridge?
There.
Northern.
I think it's Cigar Man that's here. Up here.
Do you come here because you feel bad about how you ended your life?
Yeah.
A lot of religious stuff. Satan, Thurifer.
And remember earlier it said that
Really?
the soul lingers?
Mm-hmm.
And like in the rules of Christianity, if you kill yourself, you technically don't go to heaven.
Yeah, maybe it's a
So
grandma
maybe
that's
their
concerned
souls-
for her son's soul.
Yeah, like the soul's lingering. Look,
Did someone you love take their own life?
I'm pretty sure downstairs in the morgue it said that people would jump from windows and they would jump to their death from the
Contrition.
building.
Ooh, contrition.
Oh, well, we're here. That's another.
Malevolent.
Oh, another all in this religious term.
Older.
What is all that sound?
Something just
Yeah,
starts
this thing.
creaking all around
Over
it.
here.
Alright.
Sometimes that can happen. Look at.
They're both going
Both of
on.
them. Let's just see if it settles in.
Are you filming?
Yeah.
What the? Look at that.
Did you capture that all over there?
And think about it. We were just up there for what, 40 minutes? So they didn't go off once?
It's going crazy.
Let's see if it stops.
Okay.
That one went off.
Yeah, that's. Oh, okay.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, there's definitely something here.
Now, what the hell? How can it be completely.
Okay, I'm gonna try to
Quiet.
get this on, Colin.
Yeah.
That's really weird.
Do your Dawson runs.
Jesus. Okay.
Okay, just leave it.
If you're here, can you make that stop?
Can you show yourself?
There's movement behind you.
I know, I heard that.
Well, you guys saw that upstairs this was not doing anything, and then we brought it down here. Both of them went off. This one.
Oh, there's a. Okay, hold on. There was a. Can you show yourself?
There's movement behind you.
I know, I heard that.
Well, you guys saw that upstairs this was not doing anything, and then we brought it down here. Both of them went off. This one.
All haunted places have a story to tell. It can be tragic, it can be scary, and it can be very dangerous. This is Colin Browen, and these are the Paranormal Files.
Figure that just popped up. Can you show yourself? It was over here. Okay, you just started to show yourself. Can you please show yourself on this device?
I'm just gonna completely reset it.
Okay. Can you show yourself? God, that's just bizarre. Colin, do you want to stand out by it? And whoever's here, Colin's just right there. You can manifest yourself and stand by him or stand on him. Stand by him. Where are you?
Okay, I'm just gonna turn this off.
Okay.
Alright, well, what I wanted to do was start this with a dowsing rod session, but something wants to talk. So, we're gonna do the dowsing rods down here. I'm gonna close my eyes. To anybody who's down here in this part of the hospital, can you cross the rods if you're here with me? The two things that I'm holding in my hands? No
The
f***ing way.
The other
Oh
one.
my god.
F***ing way. Oh, I didn't even notice these were an X.
Oh.
Did you see that? I was looking over there. Okay, now how weird is that I turned it and it wasn't going off? Okay, I'm gonna walk down the hallway. Can you cross these two rods when I'm getting closer to where you are? Okay, I'm pointing this way.
Oh. Oh, the window.
Yeah, the window.
That's really strange.
Did you jump out of this window? I didn't even ask it to cross. Oh, I just got chills, actually. Courtney, will you grab that other REM pod and put it up here? That was really not expected. Can you touch that red light right there if you jumped out of this window? Do it again if you jumped out of this window to your death. Touch that red light.
Okay, Courtney, stay still. There's one.
Did you jump out of this window and survive? Can you touch that red light? That red circle if you survived this jump? Okay, now what the hell? This is the one that was just tweaking out.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But it went off when you asked it.
Yeah, and then it didn't go off again. It's definitely not like a technological... Come over here and shoot this window. See if there's anything in this window.
Little one on you.
Are you standing right here by the window? Yeah, look, I'm just gonna hold this like this. And once again, close my eyes. Did you want us to jump out that window? Is that what you were saying? What? Oh, shit. So you brought us out here to tell us to jump out of that window. That's what you're telling me. You wanted us to
Hold
hurt
on, stay right
ourselves.
there.
Crossed again.
What the hell? It's crossing really weirdly,
Colin,
too.
I've got like on your back. Okay, stay still. Look at this one on the floor. There's one writhing on the floor right at the base of on the floor.
Did you just specifically die right here? Maybe you didn't jump out the window, but you died right here?
Okay, I'm gonna go over to the window.
Look at this. Look at the REM pod. Look at that. So you're telling me that you died on the floor right here. That's what you're saying?
Oh.
And look at they crossed too.
Oh my god. Oh my
So somebody died right here. Wait, oh, I'm getting a ringing in my ears. Look at the rods too.
How did you die here? Was it an accidental or natural death? Were you killed here?
Oh.
That's crazy.
That's weird.
Oh, there's a lot of energy over here.
Mm-hmm.
Could you step away from that REM pod for us?
No.
Look at that.
Oh. That is weird.
What? The REM pod is absolutely tweaking too. We need to ask you more questions, but we can't if you're standing right here. So please step away. Come on, keep moving. It's actually going down. Keep stepping farther away. Keep stepping farther. You gotta go farther away from our voice. If you don't go farther away, we're gonna leave. Yeah, farther. Farther. Do you have somewhere you want us to go? Yeah, I didn't even notice that the rods are
It's still pointing.
pointing this way.
Maybe you said want us to go. Maybe it wants us to go over there.
Oh, true.
Can you stand up in the window? It wasn't going off at all.
Not one time.
Has it ever done that?
No.
That's so weird.
Did it stop?
Oh, I was like, what?
You can leave that
Oh,
there.
I thought we were gonna bring it over there.
Yeah, we can bring it over there. Okay, well look it. Now it's stopped when I came and stood by it. Okay, we're coming down here. Since you pointed this way. Since you like using these rods to point out. Oh, look at that. Oh, it kind of went backwards. Can you point out which direction you want us to keep walking to find what room you're in? I am literally not f***ing with this at all, but look at that.
That's crazy.
Okay, so you want us to go this way. Jesus,
Jesus, Colin.
mannequin! Oh, I was pointing with the dowsing rods. I looked up, I see a goddamn figure. I didn't even see that thing before. We didn't go down there.
Courtney was running.
I know I did. I
Okay.
did run.
Did you do your run again?
I did my trot. I trot that I do, and every time I'm scared, I run away like this. For some reason.
It's like a horse.
She's jumped on her horse to go. She's
Okay,
in
well,
Texas.
you gotta understand why I screamed right there. I was like looking at the rods and I was thinking, man, this is weird that it pointed this way. And I came around the corner, I looked up, and I just saw that white figure and I was scared the hell out of me.
That's scary.
Okay, sorry, we didn't mean to laugh at you. Okay, we're coming your direction. These things are just swinging like crazy though, you know? You see this?
Yeah.
These are where the lobotomies were performed, right?
Oh.
Yeah, this is where the electroshock. It's kind of cold right here. Oh, this guy's got an eerie look.
Ooh.
Do you feel it? It's like kind of colder down here. Do you feel that?
Yes, I do.
I do.
Look! Oh! Look at that!
Oh my
Were you
God.
filming when that happened? That rod
think
just
so.
pointed directly in here.
This is.
Is this the room that you're in? Look at that.
Maybe it's native.
Hey everybody, I just want to state here real quickly that I know that a lot of people are going to comment that they don't like the dowsing rods, they don't believe in dowsing rods. I understand. I also do not fully believe in dowsing rods. I'm not 100% sold on dowsing rods, but just like with any other paranormal equipment or tool, I was just using it in this part of the investigation to see if maybe there is something to the rods, if maybe it could help us with the investigation. So if you're sitting there thinking about commenting, I can see his hands moving, blah, 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 stuff like that. Just don't do it, because I genuinely was not trying to manipulate these things. You guys know me. I want answers of some sort and evidence. So I'm not just gonna make up something right in front of me when I'm actually genuinely looking for activity. I'm using these as they're supposed to be used. So yeah, just a little side note. But for those of you guys that aren't typing those comments, much respect. Let's go back to the video. So this isn't the room you're in. Okay, I guess that one did point right in here though.
It did.
Okay, point out which room you're in. It's way colder down here.
Uh-huh. It's eerie.
What room are you in?
Oh, both rooms?
This one, no, this one kind of went. This
This one's going backwards.
Backwards.
Like to go the opposite way.
Yeah.
Oh, I got one on the wall here, on the floor.
Can you cross the rods if you're the direction of the man in the hallway?
Oh.
Look at that, it's still. What room are you in? Same bright one. This room? What is this room? Ugh.
Dolls.
Dolls? Look at them.
Ooh,
This one, look at this one swinging. Are you seeing that?
that's weird.
Yeah. Can you see my hand? Like my hand is not moving at all. That is insane. Look at that. Are you in these dolls? What the hell? Look at both of them now. Huh? Both of them. What is that?
That's weird.
Oh my god, I have goosebumps, Mom.
That's really strange.
Look at that.
Oh my gosh.
What the f? Have you ever look at my arm?
Oh my gosh.
All my hair is on end.
And only in here. Oh, they're going crazy.
Are you perfectly still?
Yes, I am not moving at all.
That
I
is.
mean, you can see my hands. I'm not doing shit. Also, I don't know what this would even mean. Okay, I'm just gonna. Can you do spirit box in here?
This would have been my dream as a little girl.
Oh, they are so no kidding. Barbie.
Look
I
at.
love Barbie.
Yo, maybe it was leading me to this because last night I had one of these on my neck.
Oh yeah.
Was it?
Or that I had that necklace on that had this on it, and this was just drawn on this piece of
this.
paper.
Oh, that's weird.
That's for Sally.
Oh, this is so fun. You can make their little outfits and.
Hey, let's have a little experiment. Everybody, Mary, pause that. Okay, Jeff just had an interesting idea.
Yeah.
We're gonna all close our eyes. How about we just draw whatever comes to mind? A letter and whatever comes to mind.
A letter?
Yeah.
One letter.
Just close your eyes. Yeah, just
A
think
letter.
of
A letter. Think. Okay, ready?
Mm-hmm.
Think of a letter.
A number.
A number.
And now just close your eyes and just sit for like 30 seconds, get a mental image, and then just open your eyes and draw it. Okay, everybody. I got T,
Oh.
14, and I saw Donald Duck with his X's in his eyes and a bottle of booze.
Ew.
Don't know why, but this is exactly how I saw it in my mind.
You know, that's weird. Remember when Norman drew that Donald Duck because he was in Merchant
yeah.
Marines?
My
And,
grandfather
yeah.
passed away.
And he drew Donald Duck just like that because he was
Yeah.
like, Donald was at war.
And isn't that hanging in Nona's house?
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's
The
weird,
name that
Colin.
came up earlier?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
That's weird.
R7 and a little puppy. Has no meaning whatsoever.
Weird though, we both
It's
drew
nice.
animals.
Yeah.
R and T are close, and 14 is double 7.
Right.
Okay.
Ah. Okay, Jeff.
Mine's really basic. I drew C4, and I said C4 explosive bomb.
Oh, gee.
Someone's got some dark
No,
thoughts
did you
over
say
there.
basic? I think that's pretty
Well, I mean,
oddly
non-basic.
specific.
C4, and that's what came to me from
Oh,
it. Like the old bomb. You know, the old
Mary?
well, I had Q15 and then a really bad cow.
Let me see.
Wow. Animal.
We got
then.
3
Animals.
animals and a bomb.
We were all very animal. And
Bomb.
Well, think about it. Q
15.
15, Q R S T. So we're all close there.
Wow.
15 and 14 one off, and then 7's half.
Weird.
Then 3 animals. We were all in tune down here, and
Where's mine?
Jeff
Makes sense.
had some violent fantasies.
Random Randy.
C4 explosive bomb.
Oh.
I don't know.
Cow, dog, and all that in the bomb.
Maybe I need to be in the maximum security prison.
Yeah. I'm gonna lock you in the restraint
I
cage.
guess.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we should take these as memories.
Hey, we'll give them away on Patreon.
Yeah, you like that? Yeah, exactly. That's a good idea, though. Actually.
Okay, so Courtney just found this note on the wall.
It says, when I was little, I had a doll named Emma. One day when I was around 10, her leg broke off, and I never loved the doll the same way I loved Emma. Till I got Olivia. She's been one of my favorite dolls since. But I don't love any of my dolls the same way.
Oh, Emma got replaced real quick.
These are kind of looking like the ones I made, honestly.
Seriously, look at people see like animals in this room. You see that? Is that you guys? That knock?
No.
Not for me.
Did you hear that?
I did.
Maybe.
Yeah. We were kind of talking.
Look at this though.
What's that vowel in the front? What's to do with that?
She is way too giddy.
So, what is her name or what's
Yeah, what is the deal with that?
Pediophobia is a fear of dolls.
Oh God, no wonder.
It makes sense after seeing one like her.
God, that is a very. What child is this made for? But this is interesting that. Look at, here's an animal. Here's an animal. More animals. Animal. Animals. It's like people in this room are seeing or wanting to draw animals
In the doll room.
in the doll room.
Except for Jeff, he wants to drop bombs.
Yeah, where did the bomb come from? Is there any area at all?
I don't see any bomb. Well, there are military guys right here.
Is there? There you
Literally right here.
go. Is there?
Yeah, there's some little
Well,
army men.
There you go. Channeling the army men.
Okay, I don't know what the point is of this scene. Okay, guys, so we're gonna head down to the basement now to the morgue, where we're gonna do a very eerie experiment. So, thanks to whoever is up here. If you're up on this floor, if you received a lobotomy,
Sorry about that.
yeah, come through and let us know that you're here. Okay, guys, we're down in the morgue. Well, going to the morgue. Okay, so we've never done this before on the Paranormal Files, but we've been given clearance to do this tonight. These three are going to sit outside of the morgue unit, the body storage area, and I'm going to actually go lay on that tray and slide into the body holding, what is it, a freezer?
It's a cooler.
The cooler, where obviously dead bodies, corpses were once stored from this mental institution. I'll keep you guys at the Ovulus. I'm going to take...
Because we'll have to get more room. There you go. Looks like there's been plenty of...
Damn, this is actually creepy.
Think about all the dead
Yeah.
people that have been on
And just actually laying there with their skin.
right for sometimes months at a time.
You want to do it for sure?
Yeah,
Okay. How about a REM pod?
sure.
Look, did you notice that there's names on these?
Ramirez?
Really?
C. Ramirez, S. Kane.
Oh.
Why don't you put a REM pod between my legs? Oh.
Den?
All right, you ready to go in? C.
Jen?
Browen.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Moan.
Slide me in and shut the door most of the way.
All right.
Moan, it
And
says.
then you guys can continue to...
Oh, you gotta
Ooh.
push this pretty hard.
Wow.
Wow.
All right.
Fear.
Give me a workout in.
Yeah.
Great.
Oh, shit.
All right, closing. How's it feel?
Yeah.
Oh, that's creepy.
Want to do a spirit box in there?
I'm gonna do some EVPs first.
Okay.
Okay.
Shot.
Shot, Colin.
Said shot.
Shot. Okay, I'm gonna run the EVP recorder. Do you guys want to go to a different room?
Sure.
We'll take this with us. Oh, let's go in the cars. Within. Where are we at? What are these things called right here?
Hello? Courtney, who's out there? Okay. There we go, guys. We'll set this right here. Did you die in this hospital? Can you say yes or no? My name's Colin. What's your name? I swear that there's somebody. Seriously, guys, is one of you out there? Hello? Okay, I swear to you. There's knocks on this thing. Mary? Who the hell is out there? I can hear them in the other room. How did I end up here in life? If you're in here with me, how did you die? Well, I will tell you guys, being in one of these body units, whatever you call it, is just as freaky as you would imagine. Is there somebody in this, Mary? Hearing little noises from in here. Hello? Shut the Is there somebody in here? Sounds like literally, it's a terrible angle of me, but it sounds like I'm hearing shit outside of the outside of this thing in the actual morgue room. Can you tell me when you died? When did you die?
What did it feel like when you died? That's what I've always wondered. What does it feel like when you die? Hello? Why are you choosing to stay in this area? Why not go to wherever you're going to go to? There's actually movement like outside of this thing. Oh, inside. You can see my hand too. I wasn't touching anything. I was about to actually say I just got chills. Can you come and sit right next to me? This thing just moved. The actual gurney thing just moved. I don't know if you guys... Man, I don't know how I can... Okay guys, this is really creepy, but I'm editing right now, and I just realized that in this footage you're watching right now, I thought that the gurney, or the slider thing that I was laying on, moved, but if I look at the footage, or I just looked at the footage, the door itself moved to the actual cabinets. I'm going to play that back again. Just watch it. My foot doesn't move. I've watched this clip 100 times in a row right now. That's insane. So, yeah, watch this. This thing just moved. This thing just moved. This thing just moved. I'll show you that, but I just felt like it got pulled forward a tiny bit. It's very disorienting in here. Almost like I'm getting dizzy. Actually, I have a really bad pressure right here. Do you have a message for me to share? I also feel not good in here. I'm starting to feel like almost sick and just disoriented. It also feels like something keeps moving. Hello? I can't just wheel myself out of here. That sounded like somebody was right there. Please tell me you guys are hearing that too. I feel sick. Oh my god, and I have chills. My heart is... No f***ing way. No f***ing way. That was the sound of the REM pod right there. Can you do that again if that was you? I swear to God, there's movement all over in this thing. And I am not moving. And that REM pod going off was freaky just now. Mary, Jeff, Courtney.
Colin,
Yeah?
we gotta go. It's time. We don't have much time.
I know. Can you get me out of here? Oh my God. Just get me the fuck out of here. Please.
I'm just turning this light.
It is creepy in here.
Well, if you want to be in there.
Are you okay, Colin? Are you gonna throw up?
No, but there's a bad feeling in there.
Oh, I bet. Ugh.
Were you hearing stuff?
Movement in these things.
Oh.
And I feel sugar, because my blood sugar just started to drop when I was in there. Oh my god, look at my arm. Do you see like all my hair standing on end and goosebump stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Goosebump stuff. Oh, what the hell's in your hair? Morgue matter?
Morgue matter.
This looks like a moth lady or something.
Ew.
You're gonna have to take a shower when you get home.
There is crap on the thing. Well, I can scratch that off my bucket list now.
Yeah.
There you go.
Good.
Not on many people's bucket lists.
No.
But it is was on
Yeah.
mine.
Thank
Should
goodness.
we close that back?
All my hair is on end. It's like both times when we've come down here, I get like really weird energy chills.
Yeah, it's
I just don't even
Well,
feel.
it's cold down here.
and it's a creepy.
Well, I don't even feel cold. It's almost more like just feeling. And also, I just feel crappy.
Let's go to the tunnels.
Yeah.
Okay, so are we gonna go get the other equipment?
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna go on the other tunnel?
Yeah, you guys can just pack up until it's time to leave.
Are we gonna get the stuff from the kids' tunnel?
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I mean.
We'll get the stuff from the. I feel really out of it. I can't even speak. I was just gonna grab a drink of water. Is this the exit?
You're right here, Colin.
Okay.
You guys are gonna go grab this.
Okay, so both Courtney and I's phones are dead. You guys, it's what time? Can you show? Like on the clock?
Well, it's
Yeah.
12,
That's a bit hard to read.
12:30.
Okay, 12:25. When it hits 1, you guys just come get us from the tunnels. Because you guys are gonna pack. They're gonna pack up all the stuff that's in here. Meet us outside. But until that point, I want you to keep this camera rolling. Roll the entire time you're in here, okay?
We're gonna be packing.
Yeah. Pack roll while you're packing, and then up until 1, just even ask questions. Do something.
Okay.
Okay.
But I want you to roll continuously right now.
Right now?
Yeah. Until we're done.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good.
And we're gonna go over there.
Okay, stay safe down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we gotta.
And you're gonna grab, remember the floor?
Yeah, we're gonna grab all that stuff.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll come and get you.
But what do you think? The obvious.
You guys, while you're packing, then just continue to ask some questions.
The obvious.
Okay.
You want us to go? Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, well, I'm on that.
30 or so minutes, because we don't have a clock. Okay. Love you guys.
It smells horrible in here.
Hey guys, so for the last 30 minutes, my phone, your phone's dead,
Yeah.
my phone's dead. So we don't know how long we're gonna be in here. But Courtney and I are gonna be here in the tunnels that connected the mental hospitals at one point. Let's start over here. Oh, this is so creepy.
Hello?
Okay, that second was us, but there was a very loud like movement down there. You heard that?
I heard it.
Okay. Anybody that's down here, you're welcome to come say hi to us. These are some eerie pieces of art. Are you seeing this? Like, look at honestly, Courtney. They got red ass eyes and shit too. You know?
Creepy.
If there's anybody down here,
What was that?
yeah, I can't see, babe.
I can't see anything.
Blinding me. I'm like really.
My chest is tight.
Oh my god, when you turn away from me, that is pitch
No,
black
there was,
out there.
and there was also something so loud that just came
Yeah,
from
oh well,
there.
yeah, and
It
that's
sounded like something like threw. It sounded like someone was throwing something at us.
or even like something falling almost. Just like the spaceship, we come in peace. This is really creepy down here. Tell me that isn't eerie.
It's weird to think that on the other side of this leads to the prison.
Yeah, on the other side of this wall is a prison. Hello? But honestly, we don't have much time left here. I think that the other,
Always creepier.
but I really do get bad vibes in here.
Why don't we do
All my hair keeps standing on end. You want to? Let's just go to the other hallway then. My own voice just scared the hell out of me. I was really like, as you can see, this is really creepy. Hello? If you're down here, we're just coming to talk and hang out a little bit. I'm just getting a really bad vibe. Let's come over here. Come over here. Oh my god, this is terrifying. So, this is the side hallway. Okay guys, so we're down here underneath the museum and the tunnels, in the side tunnel. Very creepy in here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna run this EVP session. Is there anybody down here in the tunnels with us? Did you die here at the state hospital?
Were you an employee here that would carry food to patients through these tunnels?
I get a bad feeling.
Oh, I don't like having my back to this.
Where are you in these tunnels? It's very moldy down here. We're gonna leave soon. Is there anything you want to say before we go? That literally was like above us. This building was like empty.
There's literally ground above us.
If you want to say something, you can say it to us. We're gonna leave soon. Wait. Hello? Hello? Is that a human? Hello? What the f was that? I mean, that could have been anything down here, really. Okay, we gotta just grab this shit. This is too freaky. Okay. I don't really want to have my back to the darkness. What the f was that noise? Seriously, was that? Could it have been one of these tables? Do you see anything that like fell in here? What?
Front door is shut. The door is shut. We're locked in here.
Shut up. Oh my god! No fucking way! No fucking way is this fucking door fucking shut. Fuck me.
God, we're stuck in here.
Oh my god, I'm gonna have a panic attack. Hello? Hello? Jesus Christ.
Mary, Dad?
Mom! Dad! Oh my god, I'm gonna have a panic attack. Okay, what? Okay. Well, this door is.
What do we do?
Just wait. So this door is shut right now.
Call them.
This is locked.
Call them.
I don't have a phone. Do you have a phone?
No, mine's dead.
Mine's dead too.
Oh my god.
This. I want to be done. I'm
They
done
have to
ghost
come
hunting.
back to get us.
Seriously.
They have to come get us soon.
Oh my
right?
god, I feel like I need to just sit down. I'm gonna put this down. Oh, no f***ing way.
Oh my god, turn the light on.
Babe,
No, are you
the light
kidding
just
me?
f***ing died. The light just died.
No.
The light just f***ing died. Okay, hold up. I have an infrared.
I don't care about the infrared. I can't see anything when we're locked in here.
Okay.
They're gonna come looking for us,
no,
right?
well, we only had like, 12 minutes? I'm sorry, babe. I didn't mean to get us in this situation.
Well, can we just bang on it and maybe they'll know that we need... If they hear us yelling, they're gonna come open it.
Yes, but okay, before we even move on, just real quick, guys. This door, remember at the beginning, this door is locked. I fucking forgot that there was even a door here. I thought it was just a curtain.
When we walked in here, there was a cinder block.
Yeah, where is
Or
that
not
thing?
a cinder block.
Look, it's over here.
What?
Jesus. This thing ain't even.
On the inside, like some.
This is like wood. No wonder it fucking moved. But still.
That doesn't make any sense though. Why would it move? Okay, Colin, we have to start banging for Mary and Jeff
Okay,
to come.
yes.
We have to.
Okay, and I'm telling you guys also,
Hello?
you might think that we're with you with the light.
Oh my god,
Look
I
at-
think I
look
see
at-
Mary. Look, there's Mary. There's Mary. Hello, open it.
Please, God, please,
What?
please. Okay, the
What?
door slammed shut. It locked us in here, and my light died.
Oh my god!
Look
You
it.
guys.
Not even. Look it. Also, not even with you. Look at the light died.
Oh my god!
What are you?
Oh my
Oh, what?
god!
What? It just came back. Okay, let's just go because I'm way too freaked right now.
Okay, let's go. Let's go.
Here,
Okay.
I'll grab this, Courtney.
Okay, whoever's in here and whoever did that to us, you got to stay here. Okay?
Oh, we do have to shut that
Tell you
door.
what.
Yeah, we have to show it.
Yeah. This door. And by the way,
Yeah.
show people that's the cinder block. And look at here's the door
Well,
shutting.
isn't it a wood block, like a heavier wood block?
Okay, no.
What?
Look at the door doesn't even shut.
Hey, wait a
The door doesn't shut.
Up there, guys. Like there's something.
It stops it.
What? No.
Yeah. See what happens.
Okay.
Push it up, Jeff. That thing did fall out. Oh
That
my
means that it had to
God.
physically.
Oh my God! Mom,
Oh, Jesus
Mom.
Christ.
It's in my hair! It's in my hair!
Oh, come on, you're gonna break over the
flare.
camera. Oh my God, you have to control yourself.
I'm freaked out. What do you fucking think?
Christ,
Jesus.
really?
This fucking thing just locked us in here.
Wow, I know, but come on,
Oh
you're
my
gonna like
God.
destroy
Shut the door.
things.
Okay, well, show him that. Show him that before,
I know, but
before we go. Look at that. That stopper was
get
in
close to
here,
this
so it
thing.
shouldn't have even shut on us.
Okay, but
That's got to be one of the craziest paranormal things that's ever happened to me.
That's
Okay.
really.
Ever. Okay, I'm sorry. Sorry. Okay.
God.
This.
Get out of here.
Yeah, we can do the wrap up in a bit. We should have just called it after that.
stay here.
Okay, guys, you just saw. I'm out of breath. That was a little too far for me. I was about to start crying before they came.
I'm pretty sure I was crying.
So, yeah, that's the end of our night here at the psychiatric hospital. We're gonna come back tomorrow to finish the episode, but I do not want to come back to this building, specifically that tunnel. That is just absolutely mind-blowingly insane to me. Both tunnels.
I don't want to go to either tunnel.
No, me
I can't
either.
believe you got locked in.
Yeah, and there's what, a police helicopter
Over the prison.
over the prison. I wish they could have come to help us when that happened. Oh my God. That. Screw that.